From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a three-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go down. And pitching here today, Al Leiter. What's the scouting report on him?
Boog, almost 2,000 strikeouts in his career, and such a great milestone for him to reach. I think this guy's got a lot more in him. Maybe we'll see 3,000 at some point.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Bernie Williams.
The left fielder, Bernie.
Baseball. Baseball, 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 baseball.
Right down to shoot, and we're underway.
Yoey.
The lefty fires. Pulls out.
High free. Good boo.
Kicks and fires. That one ripped.
I'm good THXS.
Flashes the leather on the running catch. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Aaron Judge.
Boog, it's kind of a joke that this guy's got a career
MP.
over 900. I mean, there are a lot of players that hope that they can just do that in one season, but he's done it his entire career. And in reality, there's only about 60 players that can claim that type of production.
Derek Jeter in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Leiter, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a two-seamer.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Out towards right center field. Sizes this one up. Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Batting third, the designated.
Two outs, base is empty. Babe Ruth getting ready to hit.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
And first offering is fouled off. That one ripped right center field. Back there. And it's gone. His second homer this series. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Ball. Aaron Judge stands in with two away as he takes a ball. Two outs. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Here comes a pitch. Fastball for a strike. And the count 1-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Next offering is down low. One run across in the frame so far, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Next pitch is downstairs. Lou Gehrig in the on-deck circle. Got him. That's the third out. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. And on the hill, the lefty, Nestor Cortez Jr.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And now for the Jays, number 12. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Garrett brings it in. One down.
Huge sigh of relief, I'm sure, for that guy out there on the bump to retire a great hitter like that for the first one of the game.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. An important piece, but a guy that's been struggling a little bit. They're DH in this one. Derek Bell.
Anytime he's tasked with facing a left-hander on the mound, it's a tough assignment for him. I mean, he's hitting under 200 against southpaws this season. So maybe it's even a little surprising to see him in the lineup for this one. Here's what he's got to do. He's got to make adjustments, and he's got to make them from pitch to pitch, because otherwise he's in a big hole right now, and this lineup needs him.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Mantle grabs it on the run.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
The first baseman.
Another batter now, John Oliver.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
In there at the knees, 1-1. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The wind to the pitch. And another ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Gathers and throws to first. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Lou Gehrig. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties.
1-0.
And a pitch. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And a big swing and a miss. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important
today when everything is under the microscope.
Now, Mickey Mantle. On the ground. Kruger fires over to first. And a couple of quick outs. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Thurman Munson, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. That misses, and that's ball one. Two outs, base is empty. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Kicks and deals. That's outside, and it's 2-1. And a pitch. That misses, and now 3-2. Gleyber Torres waiting for a turn at the plate. And that's ball four.
Take your base.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
There's a swing and a drive. Batista going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. The Yanks lead one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the second, leading off Joe Carter. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. And here it comes. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time, and quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Jose Batista.
Now it's the power speed combo. Jose Batista went deep in the ball game last night. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. Foul ball there. The Blue Jays down by a run here in the third and final game of the series. And he deals. And now it's even up.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Outside low, 3-2 now. One down, base is empty. And he walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the ball. Very gritty.
Here's the third baseman, Kelly Kruger. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
Kruger getting to start at the hot corner, only 18 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2018. The Yanks leading by a run here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. There's the strike. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Next offering is downstairs. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think...
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
At the Belton Finals. And that's another ball.
Count is full.
Man at first, one away. In the air, right side. Judge makes the grab for the second out.
Batting 7, the designated hitter, Derek Bell.
Derek Bell will hit next. It's amazing we get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
And that clips the inside corner. Bell finds the corner, and it's 0-2. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Sends it to first. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They trail here 1-0. Back now in Toronto. DJ LeMahieu will get things going.
DJ LeMahieu.
Leiter back to work. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Bernie Williams, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
It's never a fun experience for a pitcher going against Williams. He can swing it from both sides of the plate and make you look silly doing it. There's no easy way of attacking it.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now the number 2 hitter, Derek Jeter. He's 0 for 1. That catches the top part of the zone, and it's 0-1. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Flips for 1. Relay to first, double play.
Really nice double play turn right there, and it all started with that sweet glove flip on the feed to second. You know, these middle infielders, they spend a lot of time honing that glove work, so it just becomes like second nature. I think you also have to have a really good glove that's broken in, that's not too large, so that you can have a feel for that baseball and be able to flip it like you're barehanded.
And now Babe Ruth. And now the 0-1. And there's a ball. 2 outs. Fought off foul.
We're only on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
The 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. And a ball and 2 strikes. Wouldn't chase that time.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And another ball. Aaron Judge getting on deck circle. 9th pitch of the at bat due next. Outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here comes Aaron Judge. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And ball 1 to Judge.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Out to short. They get the force. That's out number 3. Yanks strand a pair, but they're on top 1-0. Here at Rogers Center, and now Sean Green.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The pitch. Absolutely crushed, and that one is going to land by a man down by the river. 3rd home run of the season, and we're level. It's 1-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Now here is Alejandro Kirk. And the pitch. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
0-2. That fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Next offering upstairs.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The line of the pitch. Struck him out looking.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Kicks and fires. Not even close there. And the count is 2-0. Tied up here in the early going. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's 2 down. Bichette up to the dish. He's 0 for 1. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Under it. Squeezes it. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. All even at 1 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. New inning getting started. Here's a big power threat. Lou Gehrig.
Number 4. Lou Gehrig.
The wide to kick the pitch. Hit on the ground to the right side. Oliger. Got him on the off-balance throw. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front. Rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
So up next, Mickey Mantle.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Lifted in the air, right center field. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now back. The catcher.
Here's the catcher, Thurman Munson. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. That's in there. That's strike 1. Hit hard. That gets through. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Gleyber Torres up to hit. Flied to right his first time. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Hard hit left side. Out number 3. So 1 hit is all they get to the bottom of inning number 4 now. All tied 1-1. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And now the first baseman, John Oliger. The pitch. And it drops in. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Joe Carter next up for the Blue Jays. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Runner on the move. Fouled off. He was late. Runner at first with no outs here. That's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And now 1 and 2. The pitch. Line drive down the line, and it's foul. Nobody out, runner at first. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And now the lefty. Grounder might be 2. Feed to second, that's 1. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And now the right fielder, Jose Bautista. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one is absolutely belted. Big Dog's got it in. He shoots one out to right, and they grab the lead. It's 2-1.
Looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barreled on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Now the third baseman, Kelly Kruger. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires across the diamond. That's the inning. Toronto picks up 1 on this homer, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the third baseman, DJ LeMahieu. The pitch. LeMahieu, a former Gold Glove winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2009. The next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike. The pitch. Fastball for a strike.
1-2.
That smash towards center. He makes the grab. 1 away.
Now back left field.
Bernie Williams now at the plate. 1 for 2. And a foul ball.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
That one to first. Oliger steps on the bag, and that quickly 2 away.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Derek Jeter getting ready to hit. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. First offering, and it just misses. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-2 the count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Yanks held in check, and our score remains 2-1.
ladies, if you feel me, turn me up and let the beat run.
When you in the presence of my crown, the beat drop, I won't let it hit the ground. Now you can fix your frown. Ow, and I ain't keep around and get down. My bite is bigger than my...
We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the DH, Derek Bell.
Derek Bell.
The wind and the pitch. Just missed. That's off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes. Kicks and deals. Line to left. And that gets down for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now center fielder.
And next for Toronto, Sean Green. He's already homered here in this one. Singy, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately you either have it or you don't.
0-1.
Bell aboard here at first with nobody out. Ball one there.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And now it's 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. And a pitch. And a good eye there. Remember Mark Kotze, who was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Fastball for a strike.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotze into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. That clips the corner. Here's the 2-2. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To second, that's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 5. Blue Jays 2, and the Yankees 1. Here's some real power at the plate. Babe Ruth, he had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Here comes a pitch. And fouled off. The lefty fires. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. And that one fouled off. 1-2 now. That one missed.
That's the ball.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
And a pitch. Now this is in the air down the line. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. The wind of the pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Aaron Judge waits on deck. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Here is Aaron Judge. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a miss, strike one.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Right through there for a strike.
Oh, this guy is so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting it away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Garrick up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. The lefty, the 1-0. And that's in for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Two down, nobody on. Good eye right there. And a pitch. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
No, definitely a breakdown in his mechanics on that one. He just lost the handle and ended up way off target.
Mantle in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Snap throw to first, and he's back in there. Runner takes off. That one ripped, but foul. And the pitch. Not close with that one. 1-2 to count. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. That one not close. Now 2-2. And that's in the dirt.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. At the belt and fires. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he deals. This one in the air right field. Batista makes the play, and that is that. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Blue Jays 2 and the Yankees 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, number 12.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against it.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Whitey Ford getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Cole, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Fastball in for a strike. 0-2.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Gets a piece and stays alive. The wind of the pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Munson makes the play, and there's 1 down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Bichette. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2.
The shortstop takes a ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
John Oliver next up for the Blue Jays. That's in for a strike. Foul ball. And that's a little bit high.
It's a good take.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They lead it 2-1.
Yeah, I do. I do it all. We ain't talking money. We ain't talking. It's the game.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Thurman Munson. Leiter back to work. Just missed. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jordan Romano up and throwing. Meza, the lefty, warming up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one is in the dirt. Ball 2. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough the 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
2-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The pitch. Out to short. Tosses across the first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Here's Gleyber Torres. And a strike to Gleyber. Up and in, 1-1. This one dribbled deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. That one felt good. His first homer of the year, and we're all square. It's 2-2. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. What an incredible momentum swing on that home run, Boog. I mean, it's late in the game, just barely stayed fair, and it ties up the ball game. Impressive.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Ball, 1 strike.
All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. On the ground to the left. Gets it to first. Now 2 out.
Now back, the left fielder, Bernie Williams.
Here's the left fielder, Bernie Williams.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. In the air, right field, Batista has a beat on it, makes the play, and it's out number 3. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. 2-2 game.
Them don't know me, word to Romy and Naomi. Opinionated, opinions hated, it's all trash. This kid the greatest, it's flaming, it's all gas. Breaking down the young and what up.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Whitey Ford. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Joe Carter digs in now. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Liner, base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
And now it's going to be Jose Batista. He's already homered in this game. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
With the go-ahead run at first, here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one upstairs. And now the lefty. And another ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Kelly Kruger in the on-deck circle. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball forward.
First and second, no outs. So up next for Toronto, Kelly Kruger. And that one fouled off. Go-ahead run at second here in the third and final game of the series. And here it comes. And ball one.
1-2.
The pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Stays alive.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Gets under and pops it up. Sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Derek Bell.
2 on, 1 out. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Derek Bell.
Well, there's a reason why he's at the bottom of the order, struggling as of late, but a knock here would be a huge lift for him and for his team.
Right through there for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue finish off this hitter.
Misses outside, and 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two on, 1 out. Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2 count.
The pitch.
Ball.
Just misses there.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second. That's down and in.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Kicks and fires. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Corey. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Sean Green, the next to hit. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. That one's in there. 0-1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by